Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. I am on Mount LeConte today in the Great Smoky Mountains. My plan was to do Bullhead, take that around and down Trillium Gap, and that's kind of I believe the longest loop type hike for LeConte here, and that was the plan. However, I forgot that the Bullhead Trail is shut down Monday through Thursday for renovations right now. So I audibled, and as you could tell, I'm coming up Rainbow Falls trailhead and then back down Trillium Gap. It was going to be kind of a endurance hike. I plan on hiking it all one day just to see what kind of shape I'm currently in, and just have some fun on the mountain, as it were. But this is a good trail too. It'll still get me plenty of distance. I was expecting maybe over 20 miles the other way, and we'll probably end up close, around 20 miles this way. So not bad for a day's work. I'm going to have brunch up on Myrtle Point as I tag the summit, and then of course head back down through Grotto Falls. So stay with me, guys, and hope you enjoy this one. I started off on the Rainbow Falls Trail today and took the 6.7 mile track to the top of Mount LeConte. I stopped at Rainbow Falls to have a snack and take in the scenery. This trail ends at the lodge, and from there I hiked another half mile or so, stopping at the summit called Hight Point, finishing up at a nice rock outcropping with a view called Myrtle Point. After taking in the view, I hiked back to Trillium Gap and followed that the 8.9 miles down. I took my final break at Grotto Falls before pushing on to the Jeep. With about 2.5 miles left, Trillium Gap pretty much follows Roaring Motor Fork Road back to Rainbow Falls parking lot and the trailhead. Mount LeConte is the third tallest mountain within the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, standing at 6,593 feet or 2,010 meters. From its immediate base to its summit, LeConte is the mountain with the highest relief east of the Rocky Mountains, rising 5,301 feet or 1,616 meters from its base elevation of 1,292 feet or 394 meters. For reference, pre-1980 Mount St. Helens in Washington was around 5,000 feet or 1,524 meters from its base. So I am about 5 miles in, and I say I probably got another 2 at least to go to get to where I'm going up top. And I'm moving pretty slow today, so we'll see. I knew this was going to be an all-dayer when I started, but hopefully I can make up a little time when I start coming down. But I'm around 5,100 feet, so I've got about 1,000 feet of elevation gain left to get to the top. So onward and upward, as they say. So, I have not hit this Rocky Spur overlook in quite a while. So, it is definitely overgrown. And you do get couple pretty views, but I don't know if it's totally worth it or not. But we're still going up here, so we'll see what else is here. So that little side quest complete. Haven't done that one in a real long time. I have to say it's pretty tight through there, except for on the backside coming out of that trail. So just keep in mind there's not like real super open views because everything's grown over there. But if you are inclined to take a little side adventure, that's not a bad little one. Now back to my main mission. Get to the top of LeConte here. that's the trail I was actually planning on coming up, Bullhead. But it is closed. So I've just got about half a mile to Conte, to the top. But not gonna lie, this half mile here is pretty brutal, pretty uphill. So wish me luck. Well, on the summit of Conte, made it to the top. So getting ready to head to Myrtle Point. I'm going to take a fairly long break there and have my breakfast skillet and hydrate, and then have some coffee, take in the views for a little bit, and then head on down. So yeah, moving a little slower than I wanted to, but made it to the top. Now I gotta make it back. Well, made it to Myrtle Point. Actually, there's not a lot of wind up here today, so that's good. Gonna eat, hydrate, and then get a move on, get back down, because I have a feeling I started off in the dark this morning. I have a pretty good feeling that I'll be hiking in the dark on my way out of here today too. So anyway, that view. Myrtle Point is at an elevation of 6,200 feet, or 1,890 meters, and is one of Mount LeConte's 5 subpeaks, the others being High Top at 6,593 feet, Cliff Tops at 6,555 feet, West Point at 6,344 feet, and Balsma Point at 5,840 feet. These subpeaks make up Mount LeConte's massif. So, just left Myrtle Point, heading back to the trailhead with Trillium Gap, and that is what I'm going to take to get back to the car. It's quite a bit longer than Rainbow Falls, so we should be, after this little bit of uphill to get back to High Top, we're going to pretty much be downhill the rest of the way. So, hopefully I can speed up my progress from the climb this morning. So say the damage report, say my hips are still really tight, they've never really loosened up today, and my left knee is kind of wonky, thinking it's maybe the tendon. But that being said, I think the little bit of downhill I got, it felt a little better. So hopefully the downhill will help that, and I can make up a little time here. It's just about 1:30, so I would think I'm guessing maybe get back to the car around 8 or 9 would be my guess. So we'll see. Stay with me. We'll see how this turns out. So I made my way to Trillium Gap. I'm on the way down, and knock on wood, it's already feeling a little better going downhill here. I've actually done this hike a couple times, but I've always hiked up the Trillium Gap and came down Rainbow Falls. I did it this way, well, because one, I was planning on going up Bullhead, but two, you get that that higher grade going uphill, so I think it's a little easier on the old knees going downhill with a little lesser grade, but you've got the majority of the mileage on the way down too, so this ought to be interesting. We'll see how long it takes me here, but I can already feel my pace is a little quicker here, so cross my fingers. I'd like to get back to the car before daylight, but really don't think that's gonna happen, so stay with me, friends. So, interesting today. Say the squirrels, of all things, have been really boisterous. Both this morning on my way up, now on my way down. I wonder if they're planning over some kind of takeover of LeConte. So, be careful, be on the eye for crazy squirrels. I made it to the Trillium Gap Brushy Mountain Trailhead, and I don't know what it is about this trail junction, but it's one of my favorites in the park. I don't know, I guess you got a little bit of the altitude going on and a little bit of force going on. But anyway, so I've got 5.2 miles to go back to the car, so that's probably going to take me, I'm averaging 2 hours or 1 hour every 2 miles right now. It's going to take me about 3.5-ish, I guess, if I'm doing that right in my head. So getting to the tired rundown stage, knees still wonky, feet are starting to hurt, but it's sure is nice out here. At some point I am coming up here via Brushy Mountain all the way to the top, but we'll stay tuned for that. And of course I still have the Bullhead Trillium Gap I still have to knock out, but after this I need to lose some weight before I try that one, so it's probably a good thing that that trail was closed today. Anyway, we're getting ready to head on to the Grotto Falls. So this is kind of the plan as it stands. I was going to eat another freeze-dried meal when I got to the Grotto Falls, but I think I just snacked here. I think I'm going to push through, but I am going to stop and refill water and get some Gatorade in me to kind of rehydrate for the final push here. So anyway, that's the plan. That's where we're at, and so far so good. We'll see how this last 5 miles or so goes. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. I am still on Trillium Gap, just past the split for the Roaring Motorfork Trail. That's where the Grotto Falls trailhead starts. It's a little further up the Trillium Gap here, so I've got like 2.3 miles left. Kind of put things in perspective for me, this hike. Obviously, I got it done. Well, just about got it done. Starting to get dark again, so it'll probably be dark when I get out of here. And yeah, this one definitely is kind of to my my limit, so it's good to know. I've got work to do. I still want to do the Bullhead down Trillium Gap, but I'm gonna have to get in just a little bit better shape before I try that one, because that's a few extra miles. So anyway, Until next time, hike on and stay safe out there, friends. We'll see you on the next one.